us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Another tote for Etienne. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And touchdown. Trevor Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The rookie from Nebraska looking sharp on that one. First down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And he'll power his way forward for about 40 yards there on the first down carry.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5.
Come on.
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
First down, here's Scatterbury. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, second and 4. He'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. To give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
On the go. Let's go. Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
A first down carry for Davis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught by Mooney. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A gain of 12. And the Falcons first down.
Get it. Go.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Okay,
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Locates Mooney on the out route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
You won't kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high.
3rd and 3.
Ready. Panther 60. 19.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Okay, break. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, That allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
For Kittle here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up third.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
This is caught by McMillan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
ETN up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The Panthers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Where's a 4 in a row?
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The 20. Touchdown! Trevor Etienne with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Trevor Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Ready, ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A complete to Drake London. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Viking 18.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throws right back to London, complete again. Still going inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
On the jump.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown. Darius Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? Forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Come on.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's Xavier again. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10.
As a general rule,
30-yard line.
offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Bronco 80. Stephanie.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy. It's Chuba Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Go. Bronco 80. Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Panther 60. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60. Bobcat 18. Fight it. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. A dump off for Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. Here we go. Set. Gotta be lying.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
incomplete.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And Walker has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and
5. Hold the check.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first
Let's
half.
go now.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll drop this off for Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Wyatt Fitzgerald set to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And they're running 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Ready, go.
Back to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
We've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Scalaboo. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield that can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Come on. Set.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be 6 points around the offense right now. Bam, boom, bam. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Scatterboo. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case, not only you want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Pushes past him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8.
Come on.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. And Xavier Legette, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Mooney, the motion man right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Inside give to Davis. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
2nd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Spinning away. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown. Trevor Etienne with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Falcons, 14.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Scorton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they've relished a chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
3rd down and 13. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
49-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Etienne once more. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mustang 19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons 14.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Alert!
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
66 yards.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. 37 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to throw now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Okay,
now a second and 10.
Back. Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. He's got it at the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Here we go.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. But the defense quick to read this. They bust in and drop it before he could take the shot downfield. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Panthers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll